today. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
This will make it into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback from the University of Houston. It's Kyle Allen.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's a gain of 3.
Throwing is Allen on third. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Allen. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
33-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Allen hit. He lost the football. But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
The quarterback sack.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their quarterback who played for the Nevada Wolfpack in college. It's Colin Kaepernick.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 46 yards. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Boston Scott, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 26 yards on the play there. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Allen, and he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Got a man. It's Gibson. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Allen again. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Kaepernick. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's going to be caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And it bangs off the right upright. No good. So we've reached and okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Jackson on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
And an Eagle first down.
Here's Scott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
At the 50-yard.
Knocks him over. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Boston Scott, the ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On the carry, this is Scott. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Back now at FedEx Field. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Boston Scott, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now Washington down on the scoreboard. 1:53 remaining. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in short order to have a shot. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Nate Gary. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They go again with Scott, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll try to run this one in, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Cody Parkey.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gehring. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Intercepted by the Eagles.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Boston Scott, 26 yards. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Down the numbers. There he goes. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run with Scott. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On second down now. It's Scott, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They run the counter. Scott. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you would,
you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EA Sports.